Hey everybody, Mwah. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Tartania Show, and for those of you who don't know who I am, I do a channel about daily devotionals to help start your day off right, and they're by Marianne Williamson from her book, A Year of Miracles. Sometimes I'll do my own little inputs here and there. I'll alter things a little bit, but the baseline is, her. And I sometimes also put my own prayers in and things like that and my hopes. And, remember this positive list. Look how tattered it is. Check that out. It's almost 5 years old this summer. It's an old health insurance letter. I think it was like a denial of some service years ago. So I turned that lemon into lemonade. Check that out. So I've got all kinds of good stuff on there, and it's tangible. I know everybody's into the computers nowadays, and, I understand that. I have a computer. I have a desktop, and, of course, my trusty phone is a computer, right? All our phones are most likely computers with a cell phone app. But I like tangible. Tangible is better. I can feel it. I can hear it. I can smell it, so to me, it's sort of integrating my senses. Not all my 5 senses, but some of them. And it makes it more important to me to put it on paper so I could hold it. So make sure you do that list. It's very important to have a positive list. And also Post-its, things like that around the house, or little notes, to help get you through the rough spots, or just to keep you on track with thinking more positive. I think those are great. I always have ones around because, I have some CPTSD, and they say, you are safe, and they help me feel better throughout the day and more secure. So here we go. This is day 40. We made it. I can't believe it already. It is the 9th of February. Oh, I can't wait for spring. I love spring. And it's coming fast. So this one is a reflection. It says, on awakening. So if you want to believe that what your physical eyes can see is all that's there, then fine, you can. Stay in that small fraction of perceptual reality if you choose. So I think I know where this is going. We need to pay attention to the world we don't see, because that's the bigger world and it matters most. But at some point, even if that point is at the point of death, we all know better. There have been, she's talking about herself. I've seen cynics become mystics on their deathbeds. That is true. We are here as though in a material dream from which the spiritual nature of our larger reality is calling us to awaken. So the magician, the alchemist, the miracle worker is simply someone who has woken up to the material delusions of the world and decided to live another way. And I do refer to this reality, and I have in the past, as a pathological delusion of a psychopathic society, because it really is. In a world gone mad, there it is again, psychopathic, we can choose to be sane. In order to move ourselves and our civilization into the next phase of our evolutionary journey, it's time for all of us to awaken. That means we got to get away from, right now, it isn't as much the psychopaths as the victims of the psychopath that are, I guess you call it Stockholm Syndrome, that are just carrying on these terrible abuses upon their fellow human beings because they got hurt. And, it's tough to face what the problem is. And we have to recognize what happened, throughout history that caused us to be here today. And we can get better if we can just do that. We have it carried down in our generations, from generation to generation. I'm talking, this goes really far back, even thousands of years, that abuse was okay, especially abuse from men to women and children. It was acceptable. So, of course, no one's going to say anything. Oh, this is acceptable. If you get beat or you get hurt, guess what? That's your fault. You did something wrong to make him do that to you. And the women had nowhere to take that out on, that frustration. So what do you think they did? They self-hated and they would abuse their children. So that's anything that comes out of them. They hated, they resented, and they hated themselves. So this abuse is carried down like that. And, now we have the moms abusing. They're getting to the point, we're getting to the point where women are not, I'm not saying committing as many crimes, but they're getting up there with the psychopaths that started this, so many years ago, so many millennia ago. We are seeing that today. So I think it's very important. We have to go spiritual. Even if you don't believe in God, then go within yourself. If you think you are the person that has the power to change things, guess what? That's along the same lines as, believing in God. Just a different object of where you focus your thoughts and your prayer. So, all right, that is the reflection on awakening, because the only way we're going to fix these problems is if we go spiritual and have faith in something. All right, guys. Thank you, my fellow brothers and sisters, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my little rant on top of Marianne Williamson's daily devotional. I love you. You have a really good day. I'll check you out tomorrow, and peace out.